Good afternoon, everyone. I am the next reporter for today, Patricia Maydeen Bleza. My topic is communication in an electronic era. Throughout the past 4 decades, electronic technologies have been infused into the educational culture in ways that are sometimes subtle and other times dramatic. During this time period, school leaders essentially have fallen into 3 distinct categories. First, we have the resistor. Most educational leaders who resisted technological advancements and left their computers to gather dust in the office have either retired or been reassigned to other duties within the school system for which they are employed. Although there are some dinosaurs still out there, leading successfully despite their missed opportunities at electronic communications, this group largely has become extinct. The resistors are typically veteran administrators who have been in leadership roles within the same school district for many years. Administrators in this group usually believe that technological advancements are little more than shiny, polished new toys. These people ordinarily feel that communication styles that worked for them in the past should still be applicable. They understand face-to-face communication followed by telephone conversations and handwritten or typed notes are generally the most effective way to communicate. Technology, they assume, does nothing more than instill a wedge between people, thereby preventing genuine communication from taking place. Resistors shun any notion that tablets, smartphones, Bluetooth devices, and the myriad of other communication technologies available can improve any part of their school community relations plans. In fact, resistors typically believe that these technologies only make communication worse and less genuine. Let us now go to the second category of a school leader in terms of technological application. The dabbler. More difficult to characterize by any demographic division such as age, the dabbler is the educational leader who does show interest in electronic and technological communication, but simply has trouble keeping up with and effectively utilizing all that is available. Dabblers are found at all levels of administration and across all age brackets. Some dabblers use smartphone apps effectively to communicate internally and with select community members. Other dabblers understand why social media presence may be helpful to their school, but they have no idea how to maximize this presence. The main characterization of this large group of school administrators is that they utilize some technologies to their advantage, but they do not really understand how to seamlessly incorporate the multitude of available technologies into their daily lives. These administrators believe that technology has improved communications to an extent, but they are often skeptical of those administrators whom they feel are overusing technology. For the most part, dabblers still utilize traditional means of communication, both internally and externally. Although most of the teachers they lead are using technology to communicate regularly and effectively. Let us now move to the last category, the avant-garde. The avant-garde school leader does his or her best to stay on the cutting edge of technology. These ever-increasing group of administrators utilizes smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, Bluetooth technologies, and other relatively sophisticated technologies rarely seen in community relations plans. Avant-gardes sees technological advancements as instrumental to improving their school community relations plans and meeting the needs of stakeholders both internally and externally. Hearing the three categories, which one do you belong to? To maximize the time, please type your answers in the chat box. Once everyone has typed their answers, I'll ask two volunteers to share why they belong to that category. Do we have a volunteer? If not, I will select from my cup of names. Let us now move to the next part of the report. Electronic communication devices. The avant-garde administrators will recognize most or all these terms. In fact, the avant-garde is likely to use some of the devices and technologies described here. The resistor, on the other hand, is likely to struggle with understanding the usage of the devices mentioned and may even skip this part altogether. First, we have the application and app. An application is any program or group of programs that is designed for the end user. Application software, also called end-user programs, includes things such as database programs, word processors, web browsers, and spreadsheets. Although some people use application and app interchangeably, they are not the exact same thing. App is used to describe a type of application that has a single functionality, whereas an application may handle several functions. Next, we have Bluetooth, a short-range radio technology aimed at simplifying communications among internet devices and between devices and internet. Third, broadband, a type of data transmission in which a single medium or wire can carry several channels at once. Cable TV, for example, uses broadband transmission. Next, we have email bomb, a malicious act where huge numbers of emails are directed to a specific system or a targeted user of that system. Next, we have drive, a personal cloud storage device that enables customers to store, synchronize, and access their files across Windows PC, Mac OS computers, and laptops, as well as mobile devices like smartphones and tablets. Next, we have the router, a device that forwards data packets along networks. Next, smartwatch, a wearable computing device that offers functionality and capabilities like those of a smartphone. Next, spam blocker. This is also known as spam filter. It is a phrase used to describe a type of computer software that is designed to prevent spam or unsolicited email. We also have the Voice over Internet Protocol. This is the category of hardware and software that enable people to use the internet as a transmission medium for telephone calls, by sending voice data in packets using internet protocol rather than by traditional circuit transmissions. Up next, we have the webmail, a web page interface used to access email through web browser. I know most of those electronic communication devices are familiar to you. My question is, which one do you use the most and find extremely helpful at work? For the next part, we will discuss communicating via email. Email can be an extremely valuable tool in an educational context, encouraging the development of communication skills and transforming the learning process by opening up possibilities that conventionally would be impossible to achieve. Although more communication nowadays happens via text message, school administrators still use emails for important communication with their internal and external publics. Does your school head utilize email for school communications? Now let's proceed to using email internally. Utilizing email internally has positive budgetary implications. The use of email for internal communication positively contributes to creating schools that are paperless. Second advantage is the ability of email to serve as a means for addressing an individual or a group of individuals. It also provides the greatest flexibility so that the school leader's time can be better spent on other important tasks. Let's now proceed to using email externally. Teachers benefit from being able to email parents during brief planning periods. Administrators enjoy the ease with which email enables them to respond to parents and other external stakeholders at a convenient time. Email can be used effectively for developing homeschool links and encouraging communication between home and the teacher while supporting and extending school-based learning into the home. It is prudent for school leaders to remain conscious that the more important the news is, the more effort that should be used in reporting it. In other words, significant pieces of information which are more likely to cause a reaction or the desire for an immediate response ought to be delivered through the communication channel that requires most effort. Let us watch this video to see the difficulties of online written communication.
Been trying to reach out to you all day. Are we on for tonight?
Sorry, dude. Missed your texts. I assumed we'd meet at the bar. Whatever. I don't care.
Sorry, dude, missed your texts. I assumed we'd meet at the bar. Whatever, I don't care. Whatever, I don't care. The is his problem? Do you even want to hang out?
Do you even want to hang out? Oh, that's considerate. Like I said, whatever.
Like I said, whatever? This guy. Jesus, you
Are priceless. Aww, you're the
one who's priceless? You want to go?
right now. Guess I could do that. Okay.
Okay, let's go. He said, okay. Okay, let's go. Yeah, let's do it. Oh, you asshole.
First round's mine.
Oh, no. Oh, no, there ain't gonna be no rounds, asshole. It's gonna be a street fight.
So everyone, always be careful with written communication. Email is also an excellent communication tool to use when the primary purpose of the communication is to inform. If a good deal of two-way communication is desired, then telephone or face-to-face communication is best. Next, we have proceed cautiously with email. Many forms of online communication, including more advanced tools such as webcams and live recordings, present security problems that are difficult to solve. One of the biggest concerns with online communication is being able to provide students with email accounts while keeping them safe from dangers that email can present. Whether communicating internally or externally, school leaders can rely on email to provide efficient communication that has the benefit of being non-intrusive to the recipient because the recipient can respond to the email based on his own convenience. Up next is the acceptable use policy. An AUP is necessary for all schools in this modern era. With the excess of materials available on the internet, school districts put themselves in great jeopardy if they fail to develop some rules, regulations, and standards governing the use of electronic communications and information gathering. AUP serve to outline expectations for technology use and responsibilities of students, teachers, parents, and other stakeholders for the adherence of the policies. Here is an example of an AUP. You can read it on the outline I attach in the classroom stream. Having an AUP, particularly if adhered to and enforced, provides a significant protection shield to users of the school district's technology services. However, these security measures are wasteful if not accompanied by strong and purposeful staff development for technology usage. Let's now go to using technology for instructional purposes. Learning management systems. Among the biggest methods used for K-12 distance learning technology is learning management systems, or LMS. One popular example that we use frequently now is Google Classroom. Next, network learning environment. In order to incorporate each into a rich multidimensional online learning experience, it is necessary to develop and maintain an NLE, or a networked learning environment. Network learning refers to a method of collaborative internet-based education whereby learners can connect with resources, teachers, and other students. An NLE enables any student or teacher to access any learning resource at any time or place to view instructional content, collaborate with educators, evaluate academic performance, and achieve their educational objectives. Once a distance learning site is set up, students can log onto the website and engage in the learning activities that are there. The teacher can visit the website independently or in conjunction with students to interact, monitor instruction and communication, or evaluate progress. An example of this is the learning platform Coursera. What started as asynchronous learning has quickly become far more synchronous in many schools. Up next is online meeting sites. Another method for achieving learning at a distance, which exploded during the COVID-19 pandemic, is via online meeting sites such as Zoom, Microsoft Teams, and several others. Often, meeting sites are used in conjunction with LMS to create the richest learning environment outside of the classroom. Just like with what we are doing now using Google Meet and Google Classroom together. And now we have the smartboard. Interactive whiteboards are often sold as smartboards or touchboards. Essentially, they offer the following features. Interactive whiteboards help you integrate digital information into teaching, presenting, and brainstorming. They easily connect to tools already in most classrooms, and they enable you to write notes, insert diagrams, link to websites, and save your work for future use. From a school community relations perspective, using technology to deliver instruction gives the public confidence in the school. This in itself improves connections between the school and the home, connections that are essential to strong community relations. The case study for this chapter is communication is just a click away. Now, assess Arnetta's skills at using these technologies effectively. Are there any suggestions you may have for her to consider? To save time, please post your answers on our Google Classroom stream under my post of this video and the report outline. That's the end of my report. Thank you.